Look at that, I tell you what, I'm gazing lovingly into his eyes. I'm saying, I hope you're alright, Jay. I'll see you in the morning. Missed you, that's what I'm saying. What I really meant was, don't ever do it again. Morning.
Good morning, everyone.
And welcome to the first ever UK Poker Open. This is going to be a biggie. Get the bad news out of the way first. Apologies, there's no table sound for the first 30 minutes. So obviously we'll not mute anything and we'll try and keep talking for as long as possible. But good morning, everybody. This is the first ever £1 million get. Look at that, I tell you what. And we're ready to start. We know as always, just like a GUKPT, there's 70 registered and there's 10 turn up. That's what normally happens. It's just one of those things that once you pre-reg, they have to go into a table draw and they have to get themselves in. But it is a little bit quieter in the room as normal for a day 1A, like it normally is on a GUKPT. But we are starting. Who would be sat at this table, Jay? Good morning, welcome back.
I'm glad to be back. A little bit tired, but looking forward to today. First ever coverage of the UK Open, and we got the mini a bit later. Featured tables to start the day. Not everyone's going to be sat down, as Tal just mentioned. In 2 is SG, who is GDPR. 3, Lewis Henderson. 4, Matthew Palmer. 5, Anthony Field. 6, Artan Dadusha. 7, Konstantin Ursu. And in 9 is Josu Choppy.
Josu Choppy. Good afternoon, everybody who's tuned in early for the start of the UK Poker Open. And hoping everybody is good. Great coverage of all the events so far. As a team, after the first 2 sessions of day 1A, we'll be concentrating on the final 10 players of the mini.
How are we doing? Train a lot. What time is the dinner break and how long is it? The first dinner break live will be 4:15, on stream 4:45, and it's just a 45-minute dinner break, I believe.
Yeah, they will tell us if it's extended to 60 if it gets extremely busy, but we think it's going to be a 40-minute dinner break, but they will confirm that after the first break. Yesterday, we got down to 10 from the, you said between 10 and 12? Or the final table and 12? Not a bad guess.
No, it's fairly good.
Fairly easy for the guess between final table and 12. We're obviously going to be right in. But look at that, Matt Davenport.
It's good when we had 236 coming back and we got it within a few. So
absolutely. Matt Davenport, 7 mil and chip leader. He'll be there. We're going to be concentrating on that from 5:30. After the first 2 sessions of the main. Has Chef Brad turned up? Yes, he has. Yes, I have. I think first thing I heard was a bad beat story. So I left. He was sat in the bar with Razor Kev. Razor Kev. What did Razor Kev do this week?
He won a giveaway for a 1,500 seat on stream.
What did he do last night?
He won a £150 cash out satellite. He's already told me when I walked in.
Unbelievable. Can't wait to tell everybody. Come to the table last night. Fist pumping around. He's got himself 2 tickets to this event. So yeah, early stages, as you can see there. They're in rows of 30, the players' names in the background, so there's about 67 in. If you were with us all the way through till the end last night, some great action. $30,000 starting stack on a 40-minute clock. Alright, Commander Joe in the back.
I think that's Michael Chisholm. Commander Joe.
Can't see him.
I don't.
Yeah.
Jim Marlowe. Yeah, I think so, Jim. I think I'd be getting in early for this one. I know there's a lot of satellite winners. There's been some giveaways. There's people who will be playing their biggest tournament for the first time, and they'll definitely want to be in for a start. So I know you'll see a lot of the regulars turn up probably after the dinner break when it's a bit less deep. So can definitely get behind what you're saying about getting him from the start. I also saw Mr. Jordan walk in. TJ's here,
Yes.
ready to fire. And the other thing I will say, Tara, like, it's likely you're going to be on the same table all day. There won't be no table breaks unless, unfortunately, we have to balance and you're in the big blind. So it's going to be a long day. So just getting in your table from the start, you're going to be playing with the same faces throughout the day, just understanding how you think they're playing. Try and get a grasp of everyone at your table.
Yeah.
And then that may help you a bit later in the day. Like when you're going to have the tougher decisions, when your stacks are shallow up in 4 or 5 hours' time. If you have a bit of a player profile on the person you're in a pot with, may be easier to make the correct decision.
Like it. Did I show Jay the link? Oh no, I'll quickly show him. I think Gary posted something this morning on my timeline.
Aaron Ricky Kebabs, Jay Mooland, Gambling Gaz, Chrissy Taylor. Hilarious.
A Range Rover with a Spurs SP21 URS, Spurs number plate. The latest Range Rover doesn't have a cup holder.
Ha ha ha. So original, Tara. These jokes just...
It's not me. It's what they send me, you know.
Oh, there, Matthew Larkin, afternoon gents. Just about managed to scrape into the money in the mini yesterday. Great event, well done. Got a nice final table, well, last 10 final table bubble coming up later on this evening. Matt Davenport and Cal Morial, both on the FT. But looking forward to this. Will be very similar to a GUKPT. The start, the first few levels, not usually too much action going on. Might throw in a giveaway at some point in the first 4 hours. We've only got four hours of coverage for day 1A before we move to the day 3 of the mini. Tomorrow we have the high roller. On Friday, Saturday, Sunday will just be coverage of the main event. £1 million guarantee. How'd you cope last night, Tara? Was you alright?
You did alright.
Was you all right?
Analysis was spot on, every hand. You missed the Royal.
I missed the Royal.
You missed a Royal flush. We had a Royal.
iPad crashed.
Already?
No.
Oh yeah, you missed the iPad crash.
Oh.
Not our iPad, every iPad. So we couldn't get the eliminations, we were scurrying round and all sorts. That was fun. Yeah, you missed we have Nav in seat 9. Flopped her, flopped a flush draw and all sorts, and against Hector. And he shouted, Queen of Clubs would be nice on the turn, and it came the Queen of Clubs.
Yeah.
And then just for Bants, the Ace of Clubs on the river for the Royal.
Jason Shellham, just to let you know, the carrot cake is made. Lovely.
Oi, oi.
What we like to hear, Jake.
Oh.
Didn't get anything from Brad this morning. Saw him empty-handed.
None about it, it's just Brad now.
Yep, cooked bread. I actually got my hopes up this morning as well, because I come in and there was a Tesco carrier bag sat on the table, and I was like, oh lovely, I fancy a bit of comfort food, a bit tired. Open it, it's just some tangerines and blueberries. It's fruit. I was devastated.
What's this? He says, fruit.
But good to see. We had 60 in about 20 minutes ago, up to 87 now. So people starting to come in, and
absolutely.
Just expect these numbers to increase all day.
Yep. Early stages of day 1A. Live streaming 2 sessions. And then we'll be back to conclude the minute. Hey Sticky41 watching on Twitch. What game is this? I only have a few minutes while the young lad is mixing plaster. This is the first ever Poker Open. It's the £1 million guaranteed tournament. It's the first day 1. There are 5 in total. And this is day 1A on the Wednesday. And on Sunday we'll be crowning a champion of the millions.
Yeah, a lovely flop for Stuart. Sorry, not Stuart, Matthew. Stuart going to lead here. After Matthew's open pre-flop, leads for 600. And Matthew making it 1.4k with an upset, top set. A ball we shouldn't really have any donks on here. The King 10-4 from the big blind. Hijack open from Matthew. He's got all the strongest hands. We do not from the big, so just want to be checking here. But Stuart fancying a lead, maybe with the ace of diamonds in there. And is going to take one off with his gut shot now, getting this price. Backdoor nut diamond draw, maybe potential to bluff on some diamonds. And there is a diamond, 2 diamonds on the turn. So Stuart now picking up the nut flush draw to go with his Broadway draw. And second barrel coming in from Matthew. Goes for 1.1k. Getting this price. Not going to be going anywhere, Stuart. Oh, look at this. Right off the bat, Stuart's come to play. Don't mind this at all. Wouldn't have donk flop, but the raise on the turn here, blocking the nuts with equity. Trying to rep the flush. We are going to have a lot of flushes defending from the big blind, and gets there.
Boom, shakalaka. The nut flush. Matthew in seat 4 hating life. Hating life.
Yeah, a really bad run out for the Kings here.
Yeah.
The thing I will say to Hilly Tower, like Stuart, we should have the ace of diamonds in our range as Matthew. So once Stuart leads this river here, basically going to be the nut flush, maybe the second nut flush for value. Don't think the jack, bear jack or worse going to be leading. So it's an interesting spot for Matthew because you got to remember Stuart's donk flop and then raise turn. And out the big blind, a lot of his turn flushes, which don't have the ace or king of queen of diamonds in them, are just going to be check and river. So if I'm Matthew here, I'm basically thinking that Stuart's going to have to have turned the nut flush here the way he's played this hand. It does make a discipline fold, gets out of the way, annoying one for him, flops top set, has to fold by the river.
He will know later on that it was the correct fold.
What time's the mini on? We're going to be starting the mini at 5:30. We're going to have 2 hours of day 1A, break, another 2 hours, then they'll be going on dinner break, and then we'll be back at 5:30 for the start of day 3 of the mini. Can't see that one lasting longer than 4 or 5 hours, just regarding the chips in play on a half-hour clock, so might be a little early finish for us tonight.
I think day 3 of the mini is a 40-minute clock. Isn't it?
No. Not on the Poker Live app.
What do I know?
Mini, day 3, structure. Yeah, 30 minutes the whole way through.
Okay. Like it. Not Rod Abnams, the stare at the dealer. You're absolutely right as well. You're like, why have you even done that to me? What did you do? What did I do to you? Early stages, Poker Open main event. Yeah, Carl survived 3 all-ins yesterday. Survive 3.
And Stewart just donking again into the field and gets it through with a 7-5 with his gut shot there.
30k starting stack for the main.
Feel good for Stewart though, Tower. Haven't seen his face before. Don't know how much he plays or if this is a big buy-in for him, but just to pick up a few decent pots early on and really does help the confidence, and you'll feel good. It will settle you in as well. Queen Jack of Diamonds for Anthony makes it 400. Matthew 6-4 diamonds in the big is a 4x open here. It still may fancy the defend with suited 1 gapper. It does just let it go. Pick up for Anthony.
Day 1A, main event starting to fill up. Keep you updated from the outer tables as well. But we are on the minute later. But today, with 88 already in day 1A. It is starting to build. Keezy says black screen. Have a refresh, Keezy, or click on the correct link. Hopefully YouTube is working. I think it's working on Twitch and Facebook for everybody else. Black screen but can still hear us. Anybody else help Keezy on YouTube? Have a quick scan, Jay. Quick scan on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube picture is all good. Make the mod said it's all good here. Have a refresh, Keezy, and it might still just be a refreshing issue. It's amazing how much the old stop-start works. What time are we announcing the Mighty Goliath schedule? That I don't actually know. I just got told it was Wednesday. Might have to see Jim McShane. Yeah. We're back. Good on you. Afternoon, Yamo. Good to see you the other week. DJing in Preston was Mr. Yamo. You can tell it's a biggie. We've got the shades back. Seats 5 and seat 7 with the shades on. Are we streaming the... Why do you ask, Sinead, I wonder? Yes. Yes, your man Chip Leader. We'll be on at 5:30 for the mini main. 5:30. Plenty of time to get the popcorn in. There he is. Oh, what a picture that is. There he is, Matt Davenport, 7 mil, Chip Leader, Lee Jones, 6.5. And there's 10 players left, including Cal.
It's good to see some names on the FT tail. Like I know Keith Littlewood, Matt Davenport, and obviously Cal, but it's good to see some new names up there that we haven't seen before and get to watch later on a final table.
Indeed. That'll be on from 5:30. All the way to crowning a champion, and then after that has finished, we'll be back for day 2 of the high roller tomorrow, giving you updates on what is happening in the main. Not Rob Adams. If a friend with a ticket on his G account online can he sell it to me, or can it be used by only be used by him? No, you can transfer it, but I think would you both need to come down here for the online team, or you can email support or get in touch with live chat online, and they can transfer it over, or you can both come down here. And the online team are here. I think it's Rich Cunningham from today. The online team are in Coventry until Saturday. Other than that, either use live chat or support online on email, and they'll be able to transfer it over. Either is good. King high flop, king 9-5.
Yeah, blind on blind here. Mr. Choppy. Just going to continue and going to get it through. I say he's going to get that through. Stuart's just going to pull out the float. Stuart is really in the mood today and turns up and down now on this 6 turns, so potential to take it away from Mr. Choppy. Stuart fires for 800 and the float and the barrel.
The double belly. Boom. Somewhere on the floor?
Minutes in tower.
Yeah.
No eliminations.
Ah, is that what it means? It's one of those, is it? 20 minutes in.
Constantine 5-4 off, raises to 300. Hozu makes the call. Stuart in a small blind. Have you seen Mr. Peter Drogan yet? Do we know if he's in the field? Who won the seat yesterday and said he's coming down today?
Yeah, not seen Peter. Well, if he's in, we can find out if he's actually in yet.
Oh, he is in. There we are.
Yes.
Table 23, C8.
23-8.
Won the seat on the wheel yesterday. There's some names in town. I'm just looking already. Ryan Mandara's in. Sean Mills, Will McMurray, Stephen Game, Phil Tate, Paul Maguire, Ollie White, Navas Robles. Leo Worthington Lease is in. Lee French. Ian Simpson. Florian Duter. Dan Laidlaw.
Wow.
Chris Cunliffe, Andy Hills, Andy Christoforou.
Fantastic.
There's some big names in to start the day 1-8.
There is. Did we say what time dinner break was? Depending on the first break, I don't know if the first break's 15 or 20. I'd be surprised if it's not 20. Dinner break will be at 4:20 live.
First time I'm seeing Lewis get involved, and flops an up and down and just continues, takes it with the nut low.
Guess the action tracker. Quiz of the day. Guess the action tracker.
Well, I'm guessing that it's not going to be either Dave or PK because you wouldn't have asked the question. So I am going to go with Simon.
No.
Joe.
Yes.
Got Joe, yeah? Second guess.
We've got Joe action tracking. We're gonna get Mike. We're gonna get Mike. We're gonna get Mike sorted up next time. Clicking them buttons.
And you've got Dave out on the floor with the iPad breaking a table right now, balancing tables.
Heck. No way. Oh, there'll be one person playing on table 47 on his own.
How are we doing, Francis? Francis in the chat. Afternoon, guys. It's tomorrow. Turbo leg a 15 on a 20 or a 20-minute clock. Tomorrow's hasn't got a turbo. The turbo's on Friday, and I'll just chuck it up quick because nothing's happening in this hand. The turbo
There's a turbo on Thursday.
Oh, there is a turbo on
There's
Thursday.
2 turbos, man.
Ignore that. Ignore that. There we go. 20-minute clock.
We look like somebody had a red dwarf.
Yep. I didn't even know that, I thought it was just the one turbo on the Friday evening,
No.
but we do have a turbo tomorrow evening. You are correct, Francis, and it is a 20-minute clock.
20-minute clock. And the first break of the day is 15 minutes. So the dinner break will be at 4:15. Oh, if only we got a camera. If only we got a camera. We've just had the best thing ever.
What? Hey, look at me! Am I not here? Am I invisible today?
If only we got a camera. Oh my days. Zelma's just walked in. The best valet ever.
Well,
She's
I
amazing.
beg to
Not
differ.
anymore. She's been at Goliath for about 10 years. Oh, she's absolutely brilliant. She's literally stared me in the eye, put her hand over and said, "Would you like a tea?" And I've gone, "Yes." She said, "How many sugar?" And I went, "None." And Jay sat at the side of me and she just turned round and waltzed away.
Don't like me, Tal. I don't know what I've done to upset her.
Oh, that was classic. Here she comes, the best. Oh, thanks, Delma. You're amazing. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Cheers. It's all right, Jay. Don't worry. What? And waltzed away. Oh, she's a star. Always wears fancy dress when she does Goliath. She has all kinds of dresses going on. Oh, brilliant. So already up to 93 in the big one. Was it a full cup of tea? 3 quarts. It's not.
Yeah, he didn't say anything when she didn't bring a full cup of tea in, though, did he? Didn't mention a thing when Delma brought the half cup of tea in. She, thank you, love you.
Oh.
Didn't say a word, Mick the Mod.
It's nearly full. No. It's just Delma's just walked in. She stood at the door, and she just went to us. She looked completely straight through Jay. She says, "Tea." I said, "Yes." She went, "Sugar." I went, "No sugar." She comes in. He's like, "What have I done? What have I?" Comes back in, the expected cup of tea. She walks in with 1 cup of tea. She walks round the back. She puts it there. She went, "There you go," and walked back out again. The invisible man's here.
On the phone, do you want or off?
Can't wait to spend the day watching. See you guys on day 1D, says Tal. Very nice indeed. When's day 1D? Is that the Friday?
Will be the Friday, yep.
Yeah.
Going to be a busy day. Friday.
Oh yeah, we've got the extra turbo on Thursday now. We've found out.
Yep.
Jay didn't realise there was a turbo on Thursday. Francis has let him know that he's on his way Thursday for the turbo. What turbo, he says? Should be a cracker. Should be a cracker. And we're already up to 93 on day 1A in the first hour. Tom Anavara will be there for day 1D. I might have the pleasure of playing with you soon, Tom. I might be up for the Edinburgh 2550 if the weather's not too cold. Apparently they're expecting the old east from the beast from the east. Yes, sometime next week.
We're in March now. It's supposed to be getting warmer.
I suppose. Well, just imagine Blackpool. Can't wait for you to walk up in your flip-flops and your shorts.
It's the back end of March, so
Fingers crossed. So yeah, we'll see what happens with the deep stacks. Talking of the deep stacks, here's what's happening in between all the events. There we go. We've got the Vic, Leicester, Edinburgh and Leeds when we come out of Coventry the weekend after. The 2550 in Edinburgh and Leeds, and also in London. Leicester's a 25-25. It might be up for the 2550 in Edinburgh, weather dependent. And then obviously Blackpool for the GUKPT. The CAF Cup will be on as well.
yeah, you know, have towers playing at your table, Tom. No room for peeling free bets unless it's all in. Open to 2 big blinds. Towers all in for 77 bigs.
Oh, all I can say.
Did I win the hand?
I'm not going there again. I'm not going there again. We saw what happened to Suck on the table. So Suckery with the Kings.
Yep, we did.
We saw him. We saw him how he played the Kings, and he folded the Kings pre, and then he ripped it in for 30 bigs and won the hand.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There's just one thing you won't be able to do is solve what's in my head.
It'll be in a pot, Tom. There'll be some music in the background, and Tower go, "Oh, this was number 1 in 1984, 7th of June." That's what will be going on in his head during a poker round. There'll be some music in the background. It would just be thinking about what year this song was number 1. Starting stack is 30k gas. Up the gas.
Up the gas.
Ace 3 of hearts for Anthony. And Constantine free betting the ace queen hat from Hijack. And this deep, always going to be peeling this one as Anthony. Suited Will Ace. Going to have decent equity pre-flop. I'm guessing there's a 3 in the muck with the equity he actually has though. Jack 9 for 2 diamond board. So not much for either player here. Constantine with position in the betting lead though. Is Anthony just gonna love it? Love it! Just goes for the donk with the ace 3 of hearts on Jack 9-4, 2 diamonds in a free bet coup against the free better out of position. This is going to be a fun 1500 tower. I've got a feeling over the next few days this is going to be a fun one. We're going to see a lot of unorthodox stuff. I think it's like in general because of the guarantee and there's been a lot of qualifiers. I think this is going to be a lot softer than our usual GUKPT 1Ks that we have. But I love it. I love seeing something different. Just finds it there with the ace three of hearts. Well played, sir. Well, I'm just going to go quickly get myself a cup of tea.
Walk past Delma, go on. Go and look at Delma and walk past her. Go on.
Unless he just asked me if I want a drink as well.
It's Hunter's Chicken Gate, the first day.
Oh dear. 30,000 starting stack, 40-minute clock all the way through. Is it day 2 or day 3 that goes to an hour?
Day 2.
Day 2 goes to an hour. Day 2 goes to a 60-minute clock like a GUKPT. Flop of 2, 3, 4. How many players so far says snakes on the plane? 93. 93 at this moment in time. Which for a day 1A of any comp is decent.
Yeah, half hour into ours, 40 minutes in.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're all good, thank you very much. We're going to be live streaming this at 5:30 tonight. Oh, there's me feeling sorry for you about the team.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Matt Davenport, chip leader in the mini. There's 10 players left. We'll have 2 tables of 5. And then when we get to a final table, we'll hit it. And then we'll have a redraw for the FT. And then we'll play down to a winner whenever that will be. But we are on the mini today. That's what we're going to be doing at 5:30. But up until then, it's the main event. Oi, oi, oi.
Buying for this is 1,500, Andrew.
It's a biggie.
£1,500 buy-in, million guarantee. So we need 740 to hit that guarantee, but I don't think that's going to be any problem. We've got 3 normal flights, 2 turbo flights. I think it's going to be smashed. Be great if we could get close to 1,000 runners, if not over 1,000 runners.
Snakes. So a good stack to take you through is what? Any. I always say any. You can, to be fair, buy in today too with a 30k stack.
And this is at Coventry. We're at the Ricoh Arena, or now called the CBS Arena. The Grosvenor Casino, down the escalators, and you'll see all the tables. Probably going to be the quietest day in terms of day ones, but I still expect to get over 200 by the time today's finished. Friday is going to be the busy one, so if you are coming down to play, and you can play either today or Thursday, probably recommended, because Friday going to be hectic. There will be hundreds and hundreds here, all sitting down.
Level 2 has just started.
And Stuart just been going after it early on, and once more did have the best hand there, but aggression working out for him.
Yep, you sit down first hand. You get 300 bigs.
What's level 15? Level 15 is
15-3.
So 10 big blinds you can buy into day two
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
I reckon we will have 50 day two buy-ins.
50? Not a chance.
I'm going to say it now. I reckon we'll have 50
Not
day
a
two buy-ins.
chance.
Not a chance?
No. Zero chance.
Okay.
There'll be 50.
We got 36 in the mini for $250,000 in the prize pool. If there's over $1 million in the prize pool, think of all the people that might fancy a spin for 10 BBs.
50's a lot. Be interesting to see how many unique day two buys there would be. We had 5 yesterday in the mini. 5 uniques buying straight into day two.
That's what I mean. We had 36 people buy in for 8 big blinds yesterday at day two. I just think if people see $1 million in the prize pool and they haven't made it yet, I think everyone's going to be flicking in Tower.
No Towers treble tonight. So unlucky again yesterday. 2 out of 3 yet again.
Now, what I'm saying, Snakes, is you can buy in up until the start of day two. I'm just guessing how many entries will actually enter at the start of day two. Regarding the stack size, that will be good to go through. I think around 15-20% of the field are going to be making it through, so that will make the average around 150, 160k. So I think that will be a healthy stack to take through to day two. But then again, even 60k is going to be 20 bigs, which is going to be more than workable on an hour clock when we get there. 40-minute clock day ones, and then the clock on day 2 and day 3 is 1 hour.
Yeah.
What was the treble Tower? Don't, Gully. Don't.
It was unlucky, that's what it was.
It's always unlucky.
2 out of 3.
Ain't bad, but it ain't good either.
Yeah. Derby County half-time, full-time. Tranmere Rovers half-time, full-time. And Preston to draw. We got the Derby half-time, full-time. We even got the draw. And Tranmere won in the second half after drawing at half-time, 0-0. It was a 15-1 treble.
Yeah.
We went for the value. And Tranmere Rovers let us down. But won the match.
Yes, unlimited re-entries for this one. Andrew. And to all the ladies out there, tonight is Katie's monthly game on Grosvenor. New month, new league, 7 p.m. free roll, 8 p.m. £11. There's 11k's worth of MPL tickets up for grabs in that one. So any ladies watching?
11 grand? NPL tickets in one free roll?
Over the month.
Oh. Thought you meant tonight.
The Tower was going to get
I
in the-
identify
yeah,
as Julie tonight, let me tell you. Get me in.
Yeah, chips don't go and play until you turn up if you're pre-reg train. And Dan Brown asked chaps, what are your guesses for the total entries in the Open? Tower guessed 901,
Yeah, 2 days earlier.
and I went for 900.
Jay said 900 2 days earlier. It was bizarre. No, I went 2 days earlier. He says, how many did you guess for the main? He says 900. I says, you'll never guess what. And I showed him the text message.
It's a Goliath all over again.
901, I said.
And the deep. Was Nev Deep on the table yesterday? In the
Nav got the Royal.
Yeah. Oh, Nev was the one with the Royal.
Yeah. Nav was the man with the Royal that shouted in the Queen of Clubs on the turn.
Making it 1.2k, and expect Matthew to get out of the way, but I think Constantine with position here, always going to be peeling sixes this deep.
You got a problem.
And if I'm Constantine here, always going to be calling.
Tea's lovely.
No, he's just going to let the sixes go. Surprised to see that this deep with position. Like the times that we flop our set, potential to win a big pot. 3 bigs invested, 9 more to call.
Hiya Sue, thanks for the mention. 11,000. I'll tell you, I'm joining in tonight. I'm going to be Julie tonight at 8 o'clock.
Oh, we're both wrong. It's not throughout the day. It's not for one day. It's not for the month. It's for the year. The 11k worth of tickets.
Oh, see, sometimes meet the mod. Oof. New league, new free run, new month, new league. There's £11,000 worth of MPL tickets up for grabs.
Yeah.
I was in. But throughout 2023, still not bad, is it? £11,000 worth of giveaways. Nice one, Sue. Good to see you this week. Good to see you.
Oh, is that Katie's mum?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even realise that. How are we doing, Sue? Nice to see you earlier on in the week. Always good to catch up.
Yes. Good start for Stuart. We are on 100 players. First level. Beautiful. Well, great start to the millions.
Big open here from Anthony Tower. 600. Wow, and Josu's going to free bet this one. 6x open and we free bet the King Jack of Diamonds. Like, this is just always going to be so nutted. Someone opening this size might do it with like 8s, 9s, these type of hands, but Navdeep here now. Going to be flatting and back to Anthony with the ladies, and he's going to find a 4-bet here. But the thing is, we've opened to 6 bigs. There's been a free bet to 15 bigs and a cold call. So Josu here does look fairly strong, so wouldn't be surprised to just see a flat here from Anthony with the ladies. But is going to choose to go for the 4-bet, makes it 4.5k. Back on Mr. Choppy.
We see it a lot, don't we? Queens against Ace King. We see it a lot.
Mr. Choppy wants to come to the party.
He does. Now enough.
And I think as Nav here, Tower, we're playing flat, maybe even fold.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever want to 5-bet this spot. Like, Anthony's open to 6x. There's been a 3-bet to 15 bigs. We cold call now. Anthony wants to 4-bet. It just looks so strong from him. And I think Queens is probably going to be the bottom end here. We might have Ace King as well, but I don't think we're ever going to 5-bet this spot as Navdeep. I'm probably just always going to play flat in position. And looks like Navdeep agrees.
Like it.
Just not really many good things can happen. Like, Anthony's never folding, I don't think, once he opens 6x and then 4-bets when it comes back round to him. So just flatten with position. We can see a flop.
Yeah. And the trend continues against the big pairs. Any ace seems to hit this week.
Yeah, and we much prefer hitting the ace here as Navdeep than the king. Just meaning that it's the one combo of aces that we're worried about now with our ace king here. If it comes a king, there's still obviously the 3 combinations of aces. There's so much better to see the ace high board than the king high board. King high board can become really dicey. The ace high board just always going to have the best hand. Some of the time we will be up against that last combo of aces, but just want to go out firing now. And goes for 5k into 13. So 40% just south of. And the fact this is a 4-bet pot here, going to have a real difficult time continuing here as Anthony. We got to assume at least one of these players is going to be working with an ace king.
Never nice folding queens and kings, but you'll pat yourself on your shoulder when you do, when you find out the news. Should be the end of the hand, which indeed it is. Nice one, Nav.
Near 100 big blind pot there for Navdeep. Up to just south of 40k. But like the decision to just flat the ace king there pre-tail, just with the action that's occurred in front of us. Don't think many good things are going to happen if we find a 5-bet. Odin and Div Gaming, we are both good here in the booth, all is well. I'm back for good now. Snakes on a plane says so you don't jam there at all. No, not with the ace king off. We're 300 big blinds deep. Like, we got to ask ourselves, like, what is that going to achieve? We've got Anthony who's open from EP to 6 bigs, which looks strong in itself, and then there's a 3-bet, we cold call, which both look strong ranges against the 6 big blind open, and then the 6 big blind opener wants to 4-bet now. It just looks so nutted, and I think Queens is going to be the bottom end of his range there. So when we start 5-betting, we just bin ourselves against the aces and the kings, and would have had to be potentially 12k size in there, so like putting in a big chunk of our stack early on, like 40% of our stack. Just so much better to play flat, especially with position on the button as well. We can see the flop, and then we can just get away from it if it doesn't come an ace or a king, because Anthony does look like he does have a big pair. Sometimes may have ace king as well, but I think just looking at Anthony and how he's played today, I think he's probably just going to flat the ace king to the 3-bet of Hozu and go 3-way rather than 4-bet.
Tea for one. This tea is lovely.
Yep, mini main final table is going to be on at 5:30 this evening.
The woman on reception's been shouting at me every time I come in. You can have one if you're over in Manchester. Never seen it before.
Are you here all day?
Today, yeah.
Do you want to do the Goliath thing? Just before we start in a minute?
Yeah, I can come in at, what, 5:30, 6?
We start the minute at 5:30.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
5:30.
News from Jim.
5:30.
We're going to announce the Goliath schedule just before we start the mini.
Nice.
And Jim's going to come in for 5 minutes and have a chat.
Yeah, DF Gaming, I agree. Just way too deep. And the other thing, Snake says, very interesting. Jam looks interesting. But we just dust off 300 big blinds the times we run into aces and kings. Like, Anthony there, although we block aces and kings, there's still 6 combos out there. And, like, his range is so condensed once he opens to 6 bigs and then 4-bets once he comes back round to him. His range is probably condensed down to 3, maybe 4 holdings. So when we shove the ace-king there as nav deep, when we do run into the aces and kings, we just burn off 300 big blinds. So much better to flat. Yeah, maybe some of the times we might fold out queens, but there's no way knowing that Anthony has specifically queens. Obviously, we've got to put him on a range, and his range is going to be aces, kings, and queens there, I think. 6 combos of queens, 3 combos of kings, 3 combos of aces, so 6 and 6. And with position, I think just even more reason to flat. So the times we do get the ace of king high board, I think Anthony is going to be playing fairly honestly, and we get a bit of information about his hand on the flop, dependent on what he does.
So second level of the day. Welcome aboard the UK Poker. So race to 300 from Joseph in seat number 9 UTG. Seven high flop.
How then, Brad? Cook Brad?
Yes.
Saying hello to Chef Jason in the chat box. My best chef's around that, Jay Shellham, you know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think he's worked with Gordon Ramsay as well.
I've heard that Jason Shellham makes the best carrot cake in the country.
Best desserts I've heard, Tao.
Brad's obviously opening ace queen more often than he should. He said he's nearly on his second bullet.
Do a GUKPT bake-off tower and get everyone to bake a cake, bring it in, and me and you would
Do
taste
you know
it.
what? I thought about doing that with us.
With us?
Yeah, like me, you,
Yeah,
PK, and Dave, or something like that, and do the old ready, steady cook thing.
Yeah. I'd be down to the
I
shops.
thought about doing that. I'd be down to the
I
shop.
would. I wouldn't know where to start.
I'd be down to the quickly unwrap it underneath the table.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Oh, Jack 2 for Constantine, flopping 2 pair. Stu is in a bit of trouble. Oh, yes, counterfeited. No, he don't. Oh dear, Stu's to the lead. I always thought about it, and it's something I've been thinking about it for ages. I thought, I wonder if we can do a cook-off as a team and have the cameras in the kitchen. Oh.
Now we know cook-off's set up. There goes check, and the King Jack going to be good for Stuart.
Yep, counterfeiting the Jack 2.
Yeah, unfortunate for Constantine. Yeah, we can throw it up for you, Mark Pinnington. Can you put the live stream schedule up so I can screenshot it? There we go. Don't know what's happening with the picture.
Yeah, we'll sort that out. I think we might. I don't know whether we're going to might have to restart at some point if the cameras aren't working properly. But we're streaming today, day 1A, until the break, the dinner break, and then we'll stop for the mini, and then the mini all the way through till the conclusion, and then back tomorrow for the high roller day 2 with more information on what's happening in the Poker Open, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday it's the biggie.
We got Stuart with the King 9 suited, just going to limp under the gun. Elephant in the room. Yeah, Matt Moore Life, Cal and Matt Davenport have had a really good 12, 18 months, you're right. Been on some form, but you always see it. Like, there's always one or two people you see throughout a 12-month period who do just get result after result and catch a bit of form. I remember my first year here, it was Kellett went on some mad heat and was just every FT, scooping comps, right, left, centre. And then obviously we had Matt Davenport last year, and it looks like Cal is running away with it this year. But you will find that with the good players, there'll have to be one that always just hits form and just runs pure for a long period of time. And been unbelievable results for them too. What starts the year for Cal. I'm not a fan, Stephen Kavanagh. Much prefer to see an open, but it is early stages, so may see a bit more limping. Obviously, this deep prefer just to be opening. Alien Warren, good afternoon. Still no bust outs. Not a bust out yet. An hour in.
Okay. So Nav calls a 2 in the small. 8 king queen.
Matt, the mini final table will start at day 3 will start at 5:30. We're not at an FT yet, but it will start at 5:30.
Hey, mater! Do I detect a call? Not from me.
No, not me, not either.
I'm always nasally. I've had ENT problems for 35 years.
I'm alright.
But no problems if it's just me sounding nasally. That's just me in general. I go for a checkup every 6 months for my ENT. I have a bent nose inside.
Bent nose.
Yeah. Yeah, my nose is like that inside, so it clogs up. So if I'm sounding nasally, it's not that I'm badly or anything like that. It's just me. It's just the way I'm built. Just the way my mum and dad put me together. No bust outs. Terry Jordan's playing. What's happened?
He's probably got 50k, probably. Yeah, no bust outs yet. Yeah, you're correct, Morris. Says take it the only casino being used and not the rooms in the second bar you used during the Goliath.
Yeah.
Yeah, no donuts, no hobnobs in the booth. Where you been, Morris?
Nothing.
We got a cake coming in from Jay Shellham this week.
Yeah. We've got oranges in. Jay was devastated. He checked down the Tesco bag. He said, "Hey, here we go." Looks inside. There's tangerines and blueberries.
How we doing, Annette? Afternoon to you. And Stuart going for 1k on the river. Blind on blind here. And Lewis going to pay it off with ace high. Non-believer in Lewis there.
Stuart up to 40k. Starting second, this one 30,000 on a 40-minute clock.
30 years, Jay Shellham, been a chef for now.
Yep, he's been a 30-year chef, and he's been one of the best pool players in the country for 30 years as well.
Huh?
Right. Used to bribe him with cakes. Let me win. I'll get a cake.
It's nice to have a viewer, Tower, that can actually cook and not just pretend to cook. It's nice to finally get one of them viewers in the chat.
Afternoon, Paul. Paul Trotter watching on Facebook. We're over 100 already, Paul.
Yeah, 105 in so
Yep.
far, Paul.
And you play all the GUKPT, so you'll know how busy that is for a day one here.
Yeah, first level, 105 in. That is really busy for a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Sometimes we got 30, 40 in on a day 1A and a GUKPT on a Thursday. 105 in to start the day. That will be well over 200 by the time we finish today.
Spray said, spotted Walsall's got a new £50 entry on a Wednesday. Now, from today, should be better than the others. I have noticed that Manchester, Berry New Road and Blackpool have increased their dealer dealt comps as well. So maybe things are on the up locally. Taken quite a while, hasn't it, after coming out of lockdown? Getting people back to work. So yeah, so hopefully on the local scene, be a little bit better. Matt Moore Life says, a recent comment on YouTube said they don't really understand poker, but they watch the streams because they love listening to Tower and Jay. I thought that was so lovely. Fantastic job. Thank you very much. Always nice to hear those comments.
Constantine flopping it here.
Just a lot.
Not going to get any action though. And then he's straight out the way.
Any plans for Thanet holding bigger tournaments? Unfortunately not for us coming down to Thanet. We used to. In fact, the last winner of a GUKPT in Thanet was Albert Sapiano.
No?
It was indeed. All the way down in Margate and Broadstairs. Well, yeah, unfortunately not for any big games at this moment in time. I don't even know if... Did they have a deep stack or a 25-25 at all? Or is the card room just not big enough? So as you can see, I know we had a couple of issues regarding the way the cameras look like someone off Red Dwarf at the minute, but still working on we had a couple of issues, and fingers crossed it gets sorted ASAP because we're just stuck on the flop at the minute. In Luton, there's a ladies' comp next weekend. That's fantastic. Good luck, everybody who plays it. Great idea. Especially after the success of ladies at Goliath and the ladies at this one this week. I think it's fantastic.
So, Dave. Did you want to keep that? There's a bit of a should keep simple.
So sorry about the cameras, guys. We did get the.
Andy Wilson's on the train up. Oi, oi.
Oi.
Forget the 100k in Vietnam. He's coming to Coventry. Bowie Effect's going to be it. Who needs to play any high roller series, Tower? You can come and play for a Millball in Coventry anyway.
Absolutely.
Be good to see you, Mr. Wilson. We'll have a drink later at the bar.
Yeah.
And go over some 2x pot C bets like we did in Manchester.
Yeah.
It's funny talking to Andy Tower. Like, there's not many people I have a chat with, and I think, what's he going on about? But when you have a chat with Andy about a hand, he does make the old brain fry sometimes. It's very rare I have hand history conversation, and my
Yeah.
brain's just going. Phew.
Yeah, the high roller is on as well, so he's going to flick in the high roller today that starts at 3.
He's going to flick in the 2K.
There we go. The high roller is on. Sorry about the cameras, guys. We did get a message that the flop cam was on solid. So we're just going to try and rectify that. Hopefully it's not a restart, but if it is, then as you can see, our camera's froze, and also the camera is froze on the flop. Did get a message from PK that the guy's already working on it. So the half-an-hour delay has already caught up, obviously. That they were having problems. You can still see the action, but obviously we can't see the players and the cameras at this moment in time. But Andy's coming to play the high roller at 3 PM, a 2K buy-in. We're doing the mini main at 5:30. And there's also a cash out satellite. 208 in the satellite last night. 21 seats.
Jeez.
21 seats.
Unfortunately, guys, I'm not sure when this is getting fixed.
Yeah, PK has already told us that there was an issue.
But they're working on it.
Yeah. So the Bowie's on his way to play the high roller. Starts at 2. Mini main is what we're in the Mini UK Open. We'll be doing that at 5:30.
I hope so.
High roller day 2 is what we're covering tomorrow. That'll be on stream all day, and then Friday back for day 1, day 2 and the day 3 as well. So sorry about the cams, guys. BK did tell us that in 30 minutes it was going to freeze on the flop, and unfortunately it's hopefully can be rectified without stop starting, but if we do stop start we have to have that 30-minute delay for the security, so fingers crossed. So we will try and sort it out. But that is what is left here in Coventry. The gold writing is where we're at on the Wednesday. Happy St David's Day, by the way, to all our Welsh followers. Happy St David's Day, 1st of March. The UK Open, day 1A. No eliminations in the first hour and 15 minutes. $105 in. Oh, we've lost 2. We have lost 2. We've lost Gary Bennett, and we've also lost Vish Danak. 2 players eliminated from the 105 that have sat down and started play. Yep. Hour and 15 minutes for the first elimination. Aye. Oh, I thought that just went out then. Oh, I thought it went then. Yeah, sorry guys about the cams, obviously. The guys are working on it live to try and bring it back to you. We're trying, obviously. We got a message from PK saying there was some server issue, and they're working on it live rather than having to stop and start. But if that's the last thing we want to do, but if we have to, always better to do it in the early stages of a tournament. and then fingers crossed it sorts itself out. So. Oh, we've had a restart, as you can see. See if my camera works. Does my camera work, Paul? Oh, you're not on yet. Unfortunately, guys, as you can see, the clock has had to restart and we can't get the camera working at this moment in time. They're all on the case at the moment. So we'll leave them to it and we'll be back in 5 minutes' time. Can't do anything about it. Real apologies from the guys. We hate it as much as you do. If you want to play anywhere after Coventry, London, Leicester, Edinburgh and Leeds for the 25.50. GKPT Blackpool is on the 16th of March. In fact, the schedule's here actually. There's the schedule for Blackpool. If you're thinking of coming to the first ever GKPT in March in Blackpool, then that is it. Wednesday will be satellite night. Thursday will be Mystery Bounty Day 1A. Day 1B is on Friday. Saturday, as you can see, there's a thing called the Cav Cup. And the Cav Cup is a charity event. £60 in, £40 top up if you want it. And we will be raising money for charity. Plenty of prizes to give away. If you played Joker's Wild last year in Coventry, that's exactly what it's like. Music, singing, dancing, having a good time, raising money for charity. And then the turbo will start at 8, so we'll finish the music just before 8 o'clock on the CAF Cup. The players in the CAF Cup will then continue. We'll raise as much money as we can by the time we finish all the music. And then hopefully the Mystery Bounty won't get disturbed too much. And then it all goes through until we start live streaming on the Wednesday for the cash. If it's anything like Coventry, we'll be thankful, because that was the best cash live stream we've ever had. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the team will be streaming. And then after Blackpool, it'll be Manchester, Birmingham Hill Street, Glasgow, Reading and Stockton. Weekend ending the 2nd of April. Bit of a gap until the end of April. Then the Irish Open is on. It's always one to not try and clash with. Loads of people go over to the Irish Open. 3rd till the 10th of April. And then end of April, Coventry, Liverpool, Portsmouth, Dundee and Sheffield. I've never been to Dundee. And Coventry coming back again. Coventry for the 25.50. And then at the end of May, Coventry 25.50. So that's the schedule. As you can see, the clock is counting down. Apologies for the break in transmission. But that is all the schedule until the 4th of June. And that is what is on at the moment. So we'll come back in 10. I'll go and grab myself a cup of tea and come back in 10. Hopefully my camera will have unfroze by then. And the clock is counting down. Back with you in 26 minutes, but I'll come back in about 10. And fingers crossed everything will be sorted out. The guys are still working on the case in the background. Back with you shortly. What song do you want, Graham? Go on, give us a song. What song would you like? Sweet Caroline. We do that too often. We used to do that a lot before it was even famous for football. Da, da, da. So still working on the case, as you can see. Hopefully when we get down to that 15 minutes, we should be back. Stick some bob on. We're jamming. Duh, 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 we're jamming. We're jamming. Boom, 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 we're jamming. How did England go on at the cricket? Did they win? Did they win? Is the question.
How's it going, Tal?
All good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Nice nana.
Yeah.
Oh.
Start eating healthy now that I'm in my 40s. It was my birthday yesterday.
Was it happy birthday?
Thank you.
40? Good lad. 40's the new 20.
Nicked a nice 1,200 quid on the cup final as well.
No way. Did you lump on Man United?
United to win, 6 shots on target, 6 corners. They get the last 2 corners, 93rd and 94th minute.
Oh, really? Wow, what's a nice touch.
I was going to say,
That's 6 shots on target. That's impressive to get that up. England did win the cricket. And there you go. They needed 40 and they'd only got 3 wickets left apparently. Somebody did say. So streaming today, we're going to be streaming at 5:30, the minute open in 11 minutes time. Fingers crossed the cameras come back and we can crack on. Unfortunately, 11 minutes time, it'll only be 10 minutes till the break, the official break. And obviously there's not a lot we can do about that. So they won the cricket, did they? Like it a lot. So we are due back in 10 minutes time. Any questions? Fire away. I'm here. You can't see me, but I'm here. All right, Bobag, how we doing, Bazza? Thanks for the gifts. Oh, I tell you what, them chocolate softies were great, by the way. And thanks for the pastries on the first day of the live streaming. Much appreciated. Well, we're doing well. Thank you very much. and hopefully in 10 minutes time it's going to come down and we'll be all back. So we had a server crash for Asperu and we are counting down 8 minutes in. The camera stuck on the flop cam and the guys had to work on the server while we were doing it live, and then unfortunately we had to stop it, but we should be back in 8 minutes time. Fingering crossed. Fingers crossed. Do I think Ali Malou is actually good at poker? Yes, I do. Yes, he likes to gamble, and yes, he likes to splash it in, and yes, he can be unorthodox. But actually, when he gets chips, he is very, very, very good. Oh, oof! I thought something was happening then. I thought something was happening then. I'm playing the main event cash out satellite later, so you'll pop down a little. Cheers, Bobag. 21 seats yesterday. Aye, aye. Oh, we're nearly back. Oh, we were nearly back then. 21 seats for the cash out satellite yesterday. 21. Seats they had yesterday. Oh, you can see me. Hiya. Hello. 21 seats for the cash out satellite. Razor Kev got himself another one. Yes, he did. Razor Kev got himself another cash out satellite yesterday. Well done, Kev. Oh, yeah, they keep checking on the cameras. They'll sort it out. If we keep dancing, that's the schedule. Oh, you can just see it then flick, didn't you? See it flick? You just saw it flick. So as you can see, they are trying to sort it in the background. Thanks to Andy Milner, thanks to PK and Andy Booth. Trying to sort out the problems in the background. I think so. Yep. Clock's on 9 to 4 minutes and it stopped. Not sure if you can hear me guys at the minute, but as you can see the clock's stopped above me. I don't know why. Shoot. Oh. I don't know if anybody can hear me. I'm not sure you can. MB 1277 says, yeah, we can hear you. That's good. Unfortunately, you can't see me and the clock has paused at this moment in time. We know they're frantically working on everything regarding the stream. Big apologies, everybody, but technology is technology. It's a pain in the arse sometimes. Hiya Chin, thanks for watching all week. You need a 12-year-old with a smartphone to start it. You're not wrong, Chris. It's amazing how you do that. But pass it me, I'll do it. Have you done it yet? Oh my days. What do I think about the guy getting up from the table and folding his hand? No, I don't think he was angle at all. I don't think he was. I think he said he was really tired, and it was a long day, and it was 2:30 in the morning. I think it was just a genuine mistake. Should he have got a penalty? Maybe. I'm not sure. The last 3 hands of the day. Should it have been a penalty? I'm not sure. I think it was just a genuine. I don't think it was anything else, I must admit. Looks like you lost weight, Dave.